Guys, we're online.
It says that now too.
All the things. And a huge thank you to Jen for working so hard and putting this call together tonight, you guys. So we have some great information and kind of going to be like a round table. And so anyway, I just want you guys to know that like we are here to help you maximize this modernization. And this is going to be the first of many conversations that we have about how to do that. And know that behind the scenes as Diamonds, we have been strategizing, like how can we help people maximize the 6 points? Who's excited about 6 points for level ones? So as a business woman, as an entrepreneur, how do you take all of this information and how do you strategize to build the biggest business that you have ever seen? And so that's what we're going to help you guys do, not all tonight, but that's coming, and we're going to be talking about that on team calls. And so I'm really pumped about that. So thank you, Jen, so much for putting this together. I'm really excited for you guys to have all the questions answered, and it's going to be great. So thank you.
Yay. All right, guys. So I think we've got people on, but I'll still let people trickle in as we are going through the presentation. But yeah, everything Marianne said, just know that your diamonds have been behind the scenes, just really kind of preparing for this. And really, honestly, I mean, praying over this, you know, like trying to figure this out. How can we make this work the best for our team? So we don't know all the answers. We don't have everything figured out. But I'm trying to get myself pinned here, Marianne. Hold on one second. There we go. I think we're good here. We don't have all the answers. We don't have everything figured out yet, but that's okay because we're going to figure it all out together, and we're super excited for this really kind of next and new chapter with Plexus with you guys. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to go through a little bit of a presentation, and then we're going to do Q&A at the end. We did not get a lot of questions, so you might get some questions as we're going through the presentation. So, maybe if you want, I guess, put them in the chat and we might not get to all of them, but we can try to get to as many as possible. So, okay, let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. If you guys, as always, let me know if you cannot see my screen, but you should be able to. Okay, so here we go. All right, so we are going to chat comp plan enhancement. I pressed record. Can somebody tell me if I didn't press record? Come off mute. If you don't come off mute, that means I pressed record. But we're going to talk about the comp plan enhancements. So the reason why it's kind of cool that they use this word enhancement, which I love the choice of words, is because this is truly an enhancement to our business. Okay. This is not a quote unquote change. I've been hearing that word go around and around. And I know that change is a weird word, right? It can be really scary. And so we're going to kind of get to this about how this and if this is going to change our business. But these are, I love this word, they are enhancements. So it's what we're already doing with a little bit of extra on top. So that's the meaning behind that. Okay. Anybody else love definitions? I love definitions. And so here is the definition of modernization. It is the process of adapting something to modern needs or habits. And then here's an example. The industry is undergoing modernization. And I think that is so appropriate because that is what is happening with Plexus right here, right now. We are undergoing modernization. And so Plexus has had the same comp plan for many, many, many years. I actually don't know the number of years, but if anybody knows that, put that in the chat. It's been a lot of years though, definitely since I started. And so what's really cool is that we are all going to be going through this together. Whereas when we all joined, we already had a comp plan in action. So our leaders had already set the stage for what worked for their businesses and then passed it down to us. So that is what we are going to be doing together as leaders, starting with your diamonds and your jewels, and then all the way down to every single one of you on this call. We are going to be working together to really put this plan into smart action. So that is the definition, which I love. Okay, so this might look familiar. We are not going to go into gritty detail of this, but you guys all saw this last night on the rollout. So phase 1, honestly, you guys, is what I really think we need to focus on. Phase 2 is super exciting. It's what I'm most excited about, but we've got to get through phase 2. So we are going to take this month by month. Okay. So we have all of June, all of July, and all of August in phase 1. Okay. So we're not going to get caught up in what is to happen in phase 2. So I'm just going to skip over retail customer because we have never done that as a team. And I don't think that that's something that is ideal, right? My mom always told me never pay more for something when you can get it for less. So I don't even look at retail customers. Preferred customer is, a little bit different because we will be getting some points paid for preferred customers. So if you look at 25 to 49 PV, you guys have all seen this before, right? So just look to that graph on the right. And does this mean we're going to go and sign a bunch of preferred customers? I necessarily don't think that that's what we have to do, but we're going to get to that. So let's pay attention to the points per level. And as always, the column on the right is for preferred customers and ambassadors. 100 PV plus is where we're going to be able to maximize this comp plan. And then 50 to 90 PV, 99 PV as well. We'll be getting some points as well. So I think the biggest thing to notice here, if anything, everything stays the same for ambassador. If you guys can see all that, same renewal, same discount, commission, subscription, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So really everything stays the same with ambassadors. But the one biggest difference is that 25 to 49 PV is for PC only. So not for ambassadors, for PC only. So our team, I know it's hard to speak in generalizations, but we don't have a ton of under 100 PV in general in our back office, which is an awesome thing. That is why we are in constant momentum and why we have gotten to where we are right now. And then, like I said, let's not focus too much on phase 2 because it's kind of just like, let's put one foot in front of the other. So the biggest thing, the two biggest changes, and ironically, one is not on here, is going to be the names. So preferred customers will then be called, VIP customers, and then ambassadors will be brand ambassadors. And the points and everything stays the same. And then the very biggest difference for phase 2 will be that enrollment flow, which is unbelievable. Last night on the call, Lori Berger took us through that and showed us just how amazing that is going to be. So hopefully all of you guys saw that. If not, the replay is available. So this is mostly the purpose of our call, is we're going to talk specific to our team. And these are the things that, like I said, the diamonds have been working together to kind of come up with. So here, we're just gonna talk about how things are gonna change and if they're gonna change. So who should be in the team chat? So when we're talking about team chats, I know we all come from different teams on this call. And so, we might all be in one chat together, but not another, et cetera. So your team chat is your big chat on Messenger, whatever chat that is. So who should be in those team chats? This is really not changing, you guys. It's going to be those that want to grow their business, those that want to maximize their point growth. You guys are going to be hearing that word maximize a lot. So get used to saying that word, because when you are training your new business builders, you are probably going to be using that word a lot as well. We want to maximize our point growth. Those that are committed to continue working their Plexus business. And I should have a kind of gone a little into more detail with that, but basically as you are now, if I were to add a couple of words to that, it would say those that are committed to continue working their Plexus business as you are right now, like as of in today. Okay. Those that want access to their jewels and diamond upline. This is a big deal, you guys. And sometimes I think that this part gets overlooked in the team chats is, you guys have access to so many jewels and diamonds. They might not even necessarily be your sponsors, but you still have access to them. When I first joined, Marianne was an emerald and Trisha was a sapphire. And the next month they ranked up to sapphire and diamond. But so it was for a hot minute there. That's what they were. And I just remember I knew nothing, right? I just remember being so blessed and so lucky to be in their space and to be in a chat and have access to them. And again, I was brand new to this industry and to this company, and I knew how amazing that was. So I want everyone on this call to just realize, and I am not talking about myself, by no means am I talking about myself, but I want you to know how incredibly lucky and blessed you are to be able to be in the space of multiple jewels and multiple diamonds, because that is proof that anybody can do this, right? And that is proof that the more the merrier. And, and we learn from everybody. We're not there going, hey, here we are, we know everything, but it is just a really cool experience, I think. So that's important about team chats. I wanted to throw that out there. And then lastly, those that want to be inspired and lift others up in our community. So if you are in the chat, I know it can get overwhelming sometimes. It can be like, oh, great, she added another one. Oh, there she goes again, added another one, whatever. I'm tired. I don't have time to congratulate. Make the time. Send an emoji. You don't even have to write their name out. Just make the time, because those that cheer loud for people, I always see this, they grow the fastest. Because as they're cheering for people, they're part of the community and they are so excited. And the same for me. I love cheering people on. It is my favorite thing. Now, do you have to cheer every single person on? Do you have to make time for that and take time off work to do it? No. But if you're in the chat, that's an awesome, awesome thing to do to build community. So how is this going to change in our team messenger chat? So how is this new comp plan going to change? This is the simplest answer, you guys. It doesn't. We are going to continue as follows. So there are going to be 3 main focuses in your team chats on Messenger, right? So a live tribe, chats like that. It's going to be number 1, welcome pack announcements. So just like we celebrate now, we are going to continue to celebrate level 1 ads with a welcome pack. Okay. So it doesn't mean you go in and say, okay, a team member added someone or a team. No, we go in and we either announce our own ads or our sponsor comes in and announces us, right? So it's either you're announcing yourself or your sponsor's announcing you, right? That also helps to keep down the chatter in the chats, and then we can celebrate people more by doing that. So, we're going to be coming in and saying, yay, congratulations, Jenny added a newbie with a welcome pack. Okay. So we are going to do a little bit of a shift. Some of you may have seen that we've been saying with a welcome pack, because this is going to become a big deal in our new modernization. Okay, number 2 is going to be 100 PV reorders. So just like before, we are going to celebrate anytime we get a reorder up to 100 PV. So you may be thinking, but now partial PV reorders, they're going to count too. We're going to get points for those. We are going to be focused on maximizing the modernization comp plan. And so in order to maximize it, 100 PV reorders is what will be called out. Otherwise, the chat could go a little crazy. And we want to make sure we're not doing that. And we also want to make sure we are all growing at our best capacity. And then number 3, rank ups and goals. So we're going to continue to set rank up goals, celebrate ranks, re-ranks, all the things. So if you notice on this screen, every single thing on this screen, we're doing right now. So literally nothing changes in the messenger chat. So that's really exciting. So how is this going to change though in your 3-way chats? So if you are continuing business as normal, so business like you are doing right now, then the three-way chats are going to remain the same. Okay. So again, there's going to be three main focuses in the three-way chats. Number one is going to be adding level ones with welcome packs, because we do know, obviously, this is still the best value and the best experience for a newbie. So we're going to be focusing on that when we are coaching and working with you in your three-way chat, right? Number two, we're going to be talking about maximizing, there's that word again, maximizing points.
Right there.
So can somebody mute? If not, I have to exit out my screen.
Oh my God.
I think it's Crystal. Oh no, I might have to exit. Somebody get her? Okay, cool. So number two is going to be maximizing points. So 100 PV is still the goal, right? And that's going to maximize your point growth. We're going to get into the new as well. So, and then number three is going to be, as always, morning rounds and maps. So we're going to continue to send our morning rounds to our three-way chats, and we're going to help with mapping, which is basically our path to get to our goals. So really nothing is changing in our three-way chats either. Okay, so now this is a little term. I don't know, you guys might like it, you might not like it. I don't know why. It's just a word that has been coming to my mind. I don't know if it's the Italian in me, but let's chat gravy. So with the modernization, we now get credit for PV under 100. I mean, is that not amazing, you guys? I can't see your faces or any chat or anything like that, but I know everybody was jumping for joy with that. It's incredible. So what Plexus is doing is they're rewarding us for people who weren't going to do a specific behavior by ordering 100 PV. Okay, so we all have those people. Maybe some of you don't, but I know I do, and I'm sure a lot of you do. We have these people who we could never get them there, right? So now Plexus is going, hey, we know that that's a pain point, and we're going to reward you for those people. Okay, so I want you to think about the gravy analogy as much as you possibly can. So if we begin to look at these extra points as just that, they are extra points or gravy, right? And then we continue to build as we did before. So as we are right now today, then what's going to happen? Our points are going to soar. They're going to take off, because now we're just going to have some extra points that we did not have before, right? So, you know, the flip side of that, because there's always a flip side of that, is if we replace our business or run solely with those extra or gravy points, what's going to happen? Our points are inevitably going to go down, right? We're going to see a decline in our points because, you know, when we were making 5 points for signing people, now you might only be making 2 points, right? So it is a big difference. So that's why we're going to try to keep that analogy in the back of your head, or that word in the back of your head, gravy, because this is going to be really important for us going forward. Okay, so maximize. Here we are. We're back to max. There's a lot of M's. How to maximize modernization. It's simple. It's so simple, you guys. Okay, so level 1 ambassadors are 6 points now. Can I get an amen? Right? Is that amazing? So they are 6 points. So what is that? What is this comp plan, this new modern comp plan doing in giving us 6 points? It is rewarding us by building wide with level 1s, right? So yes, it's just 1 extra point, but it's an extra point, right? So that's going to give us extra points by building wide and signing level 1 ambassadors. Also, we can maximize, again, going back to the 100 PV orders or reorders, right? So if we can continue as much as business as normal, we will, you know, our points will just be higher because we're going to have 100 PV as opposed to, you know, 70 or 42 or whatever the case may be. And then obviously more pay. There's a lot more to this, but this is just real quick. We're going to talk more about this on Monday. But welcome packs, as we all know, come with a business building bonus. So if you sign somebody with a welcome pack, that's $20. That's a lot of money, right? So I want you to think of how that also impacts your pay, because if now you started signing people with, 42 PV, or they just ordered 42 PV, a customer, you are not going to make that $20. So on and so forth with that. Okay, so now I want to chat examples, because I love examples. Okay, so we're going to talk about Sarah first. So I want you to meet Sarah. She's obviously not a real person, but Sarah started with the triplex. She did not love the pills. Have anybody heard that before? I just can't remember to take them. I don't love my pills, but she loved her pink drink. Sarah only orders her pink drink now every month at 70 PV. She just was like, I'm done with these supplements. I am just going to drink the pink drink, and that is it. You've tried everything with Sarah to get her to 100 PV. You even offered her a free MetaBurn for 30 PV, right? Has anybody ever done that before? Like, my hand is up. I don't know if you can see me. Nothing has worked. So what is the upside of this new comp plan? Now you're going to get 4 points every month. Sarah orders just her pink drink for 70 PV, right? Hallelujah. Now, are you going to give up on Sarah trying to get her to 100 PV? Nope. And how are we going to look at these points? You look at these points as gravy. They are extra points. Sarah is now, her behavior is going to be rewarded by Plexus now, which is really amazing. Okay, next we're going to meet Sally. Okay, Sally is a follower of yours on Instagram. Okay, she just watched your stories. She saw you mixing your pink drink and your collagen, and she asks you how to purchase. And she says, I only want the collagen. I do not want the pink drink. I just want that collagen. And so here's where it can get a little tricky, but we're going to catch on to this so quick, you guys, because again, we're not going to change what we've been doing. So do you say, yes, great, Sally, and sell her the collagen and be happy with the 2 points that you're going to get for partial PV? No, right? If I could see you all, I know you're all shaking your head. No. So what are we going to do? We're still going to sell Sally the Mix and Glow. And why are we going to do that? Because there always has to be a why, right? Because we know it's the best value. We know she's going to love that pink drink, and for her best results, right? Because we cannot forget that we are here to help people with their health goals, right? We are not here to just think of people as a point, right? So we know she's going to love that pink drink. We know she needs to mix it, the collagen with the pink drink, to get the best results, right? And bonus, we get 6 points for Sally ordering the Mix and Glow versus just 2 points. Okay. So guys, that is 3 times the points. So some people might see the new comp plan and be like, oh, this is so easy. I'm just going to go ahead and sell a whole bunch of collagen. Well, you better be selling a whole bunch of collagen, right? Because you would need to do triple the work to get the same points you would get from selling people what we know is the best value, which is that Mix and Glow. Okay. So I hope everybody's kind of like seeing that mindset there and seeing how not much is changing, right? We're going to keep remembering that gravy. We also know this is super important. We all love the word attrition, right? Just kidding. We know that statistically, those who start on multiple products are more loyal, and they're going to continue to order each month. So, we may think at the beginning, this is really easy. She wants the collagen. I'm just going to give her the collagen. End of story. I'm done. I'm going to take my 2 points. I'm going to be happy and move on, right? We know that Sally is going to be more likely to stick around if she is on multiple products. Because what happens if she doesn't love that collagen anymore? She's done. She's out of Plexus. She's not going to be like, oh, can you tell me what else I can try? She's done. So we need to get people to fall in love with more than just one product. So that is Sally. So I think I kind of alluded to this at the beginning. Is this modernization going to change your business? And you guys, I didn't put an answer there. Because I want you to think of that answer in your head. You don't even have to put it in the chat. I just want you to think of that answer. Is it a yes? Is it a no? Is it a maybe? Is it sometimes? Is it, I don't know? I can tell you what I think the answer is, though. The answer is only you can change your business ultimately, right? No one, not Tarl, not Alec, not Travis, not Plexus, can hand you a comp plan and you just go, okay, thanks, great, and boom, you're diamond, right? That's not going to happen. We can change our business. We just have to be smart. And we can be, because we are an amazing team and we can do anything that is given to us. We are in constant momentum and constant growth. And that is why this plan is going to be amazing for us, because we are going to learn how to maximize it. So this is a great tool. That's what it is. It's a tool, right? It's not as powerful as we are. We are the most powerful, but it is a tool. And when we maximize that, it's going to grow our points. We're going to have to do the work and we're going to have to be smart, which I know we can do that part. So that is the presentation. So now we are going to go to some Q&A. I think I stopped. Yeah, stop sharing my screen. Awesome. Do you have the questions? I don't have it open to the questions. Do you hear me, Em?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. Are you good?
Yep.
Okay,
so,
good.
The first question that we got was from Diana. Are your level ones grandfathered into the 6 points beginning June 1st? Or will it only be for truly new appointed, like as in newly signed up people? So the answer to that question is yes. So anybody who is an existing ambassador right now is just going to be an ambassador June 1st. Nothing's going to change for them. So that's really easy peasy.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Does that kind of answer your question, Diana? Okay, perfect. And well, the cool thing is the one big change, I guess, is if they continue to order 100 PV, they're giving you 6 points instead of 5 now on June 1st.
Yeah, for everybody.
Yes. Yep. As long as they're ordering the 100 PV or more, 6 points. And then again, nothing's changing with over 100 PV. So if they're ordering 200 PV, it's not going to be like 12 points or anything like that. It's still going to just be 6 points for anything over 100 PV. The next question, Megan E asked, will our happy wholesalers be able to downgrade to VIP? And to be honest with you, I don't think they can. And I don't think that it really matters, right? Because as long as they're ordering their products, they're still going to be ordering at the wholesale pricing, no matter what, at VIP or ambassador. The only difference really is that if they're an ambassador, they have the ability to make a commission. If they're a VIP, they have to upgrade to an ambassador after they do their first business transaction of referring somebody to the products, and then they can earn a commission. So I don't think that anybody who is an existing happy wholesaler necessarily would ever want to downgrade. There's really no benefit in downgrading.
Right, exactly. What's the other?
Those were, unless anybody else sent questions and I didn't get them, those were the only two that we actually got from the chats earlier today. But I do see Jenna's asking perk points. Do they lose them under 100 PV? So yes, it's staying exactly the same. They have a subscription on and it's set for 100 PV. They are earning perk points. And now the VIPs customers are also earning those perk points. So anytime they turn their subscription off or anytime they go under 100 PV, they are at risk to losing their perk points. And it stays the same. It's the same 3 days. They'll, get a warning once they turn their subscription off. Nothing is changing there. It's just now that VIPs are also eligible for it. So that's kind of cool.
Are rank points changing? Yeah, I mean, the rank points aren't changing, but the number to get there is changing. Does that make sense? Because if you are signing all, oh, I'm going to need somebody else with a math brain.
Yep. So I mean, I don't have like the super exact numbers, but I was talking to
Perfect.
somebody today about it. Like if you look at gold rank, it's 100 points. And if you are signing all level ones, like if you're the only one doing your business, to gold, and you're signing all level ones for 6 points, it's only 17 people now versus the 20 people it used to be. But you have to think about if you are selling only collagen, it's going to be 47 people or whatever the number equals out to, right? Because the point value for the under 100 PV or those sections, if you're selling only collagen on a level 1, you're only getting 2 points. So,
Yeah.
I mean, you do the math, right? That's a lot of people and a lot more work to get you to gold. So that's why we are really stressing to kind of think about sticking with the way we have been doing business, selling the welcome packs and selling 100 PV every single month. Because honestly, it's going to be easier to rank up that way.
Mm-hmm.
So
I love that.
Nina
said about the yearly renewal. They talked about that, didn't they, in Dallas? Do you remember that?
Yep. So I'm pretty sure the VIP is the 1995 renewal and the ambassador is the 39.95.
Yeah. So I think what's going to happen, Christina, I could be wrong on this one. I really could. I really am. This is a guess. But I think when they go to renew, they will have the option. I think I remember that's what they said. So if somebody doesn't downgrade, I think when they get their renewal, I feel like they're going to have an option. I remember thinking it was fair, whatever it was.
Okay. Yep. Sorry.
Makes sense, Em?
I'm reading it. So this doesn't take effect until phase 2. VIP customers. Okay, so everyone enrolls at $9.95, right? Everyone's going to enroll as a customer. And in phase 2, the enrollment process that they talked about, everyone has to upgrade to an ambassador, right? So the VIP customer annual renewal is $19.95. And it says that they have the option to upgrade to an ambassador at that year mark. So it's a whole year with no fee, but they have to still do a business building activity. They still have to refer somebody, right? They have to refer one person. Otherwise, if they, let's say Sally enrolls as a VIP customer, she refers her first person, she does the upgrade. Then her renewal 1 year later is the $39.95 as an ambassador.
Oh, right.
So
that's awesome. That's a good one. I like that.
But that's not until September 1st.
Right.
So it looks like, yeah, not until September 1st. So we got time.
Jenna, yes, the amazing person that made the first Excel spreadsheet has made the one for this already, but she's not giving it to any of us, and rightfully so yet, because she wants to make sure that it works. So she's going to be putting it into action on June 1st. So yes, it's going to be the same exact spreadsheet, just obviously with the different numbers. So that's going to be awesome. I think the hardest part, honestly, is going to be the 6s for the level 1s. Cause like I said, we were not a team full of under 100 PV orders, so because we were never a customer based team. So I think it's going to be adjusting to that number 6. So yeah, so that's awesome.
And one thing too, you could start doing, right away in the beginning is instead of going 5, 10, 15, 20 and 6, 12, whatever, just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And, obviously make sure you're checking for your levels. But if you're, a senior silver and you're just counting your level 1s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then timesing it by 6, that might be the easiest way to kind of get started and used to it.
And honestly, as your teams get bigger, I was talking to somebody about this yesterday. It almost wouldn't be horrible to just do the 5s and know that you might have some loss. If you're just doing like a quick projection or for your morning rounds or something like that, it's not going to be terrible, to do 5s, because we all know we hey, I would rather come out with numbers that are lower than what I thought I was going to end. You know what I mean? So I think that could work out. Does anybody have any other questions? We only have 2 minutes left before we get kicked off of here. And we can ask,
Guys,
there's
like,
oh,
send a number 1 to the chat if you're feeling like confident and comfortable. Or send a 2 if you're like, I just can't think of them right now.
we were, Diana, I was a 2 for, yeah, I don't know, ever.
Same.
Up until like a couple days ago, 1.5. That's a good one.
And
Yeah.
that's totally fine because this is a lot of information. We don't expect you guys to have it memorized by tomorrow. So,
Yeah.
Or even June 1st by that matter.
No, we're going to learn as we go. But just know that the majority of our business is not going to change. Really, it's just not. We're going to just remember, we're going to have some of those gravy points. But we're still going to be wanting to sign ambassadors with welcome packs. We want people to have 100 BV. We have goals. We have big goals. And so we're going to make sure we're maximizing this plan. And so I know we can do that. That's why our team is always insanely recognized and all over the leaders board. And that's why you guys are just amazing, because we adapt and we move and we learn and we figure it out. So.
And if you guys come up with questions, now before we all talk again or something, or even Monday, write them down or send them to one of the jewels, like right in that moment. Like, don't hesitate to bug us with a question, because then we can keep track and we can make sure that we're answering it for everybody too.
I love that. Well, that's it, guys. We're about to get kicked out. I don't know how we haven't gotten kicked out yet, but anyway, so I hope this was helpful. There's a ton of trainings coming on. I posted them in Facebook. I don't know if I can send it to the chats too, to schedule all the trainings that are coming. I recommend get on as many as you can. We've all been on, between Jewels and Diamonds, we've been on like, I don't know,